this part of the course is all to do with representation, so representations of images and video within the media. So first of all, we need to talk about a little bit about what representation means. So representation refers to the construction of aspects of reality. And this is a false reality. It's not real. It's not actually what happens in real life. It is a snapshot of reality, and it's that snapshot being used in a certain way to get across whatever the people who make the media and whatever message they want to get across to the audience. So different things to do with representation, different ways in which representation can be shown in the media are through things such as gender, for example, the way in which males and females are represented, age, different age groups, class, different classes, the working class, middle class, upper class represented, places, in terms of different cities, different countries, objects, in terms of various objects in society, people, in terms of people's job roles, people's occupations, the different types of people we meet in society, DJs, bands, etc., etc. People's culture, so how that could be represented. For example, the British culture, what could we see about that? You know, the Union Jack, fish and chips, all the way through to, say, American culture or Jamaican culture, how that can be represented, and many other areas. Now, all media products represent the real world to us, but it's not really representing it, it's being represented. It's presented in the way in which the media wants us to see it. It doesn't show the real reality. So let's have a look at some of these. Okay, so gender. What does this image represent and how do we know this? Well, everyone knows who this is. That's the picture of Rihanna. But exactly what does that image tell us as a viewer? So we can see that the way what we can tell from this is it's telling us that this gender or women can be seen as sex objects. So the way she's looking at the camera is a very seductive pose. See that she's got all of her makeup is quite dark, apart from the red on her lips and her nails, which draws us to her lips being sensual. The look in her eyes is a very sensual look. So basically this image is showing gender, or the gender of women, to be a sex object. Okay, so age. Now, what does this image tell us? What does it tell us about age? What does it tell us about teenagers? Well, we can see that in this image, if we look at the denotation of this image, we can see that it's teenagers, chavs, giving the finger, hoods up, hoodies, not wanting to be identified, etc., etc. So what this would tell us, what this represents, we could say, is teenagers, young people, telling us that maybe that they're thuggish, that they're criminals, that they're chavs, that they're no good for society. However, and that's just from this picture, but if we look at it in terms of, we could show another picture of this, and it could be students sitting in a classroom working, and what we would get from that, the denotation from that, would be something completely different. So remember, this is a representation of reality. Okay, class, what does this say to us? What class would this lady be from, do you think? Well, we could say that this would say to us working class. Single mother with a baby smoking a cigarette. The denotation of that is that, you know, she is maybe on benefits, maybe maybe on the dole, smokes around her children. Therefore, the representation is single mother, young, from the working class. Okay, now person. Who's this? What's the denotation of this? It's a man standing there, Superman. And this basically is telling us, representing this person, the male, as strong character. Look at the facial expression that he's got, look at the body pose. He's strong, he's masculine, he knows exactly what's going on, he'll be able to save the world, and we can take this all from this image. So, we've looked at a few different representations and the way in which things are represented. And this is what we want you to see next. So you're going to complete the 3 magazine covers, which are on It's Learning, GCSE Media Studies, Assignment 1 Print, Assignment 5. You're going to write a minimum of 1 paragraph for each cover. You're going to explain what the image represents and the connotations associated with this. And to be able to do this, you're going to need to use Flash. The expression flash is the following. F stands for facial and body expressions. What can you see in the face? What can you see in the body expressions? What does that tell us? L stands for lighting and colour. How have they used the lighting and the colour within that to get across the message? A stands for actor or person in the photo. What is that person doing to get across the message or the representation in the picture? S stands for setting and scenery. What is there within there which is telling us, which is getting the message across from us? What does it tell us? What does it represent? H stands for hair, costume, makeup. Okay, what is there which is getting across the right representation or the message to us? So the 3 magazine covers you could look at are Empire, The Source, and Glamour magazine.